What's going on, beautiful people? I am going to attempt to make this a shorter video than my last video because it was 15 minutes. It could not post to IGTV. I'm going to make a longer video on my YouTube. But I wanted to discuss the controversial topic of Zaya, D-Wade, and Gabrielle Union, and the fact that they have their child out here in social media, and everybody, not everybody, but a lot of individuals are weighing in very negatively about Zaya and the concerns of D-Wade and Gabrielle Union. The best video that I saw regarding this topic was one done by Funky Daniva. I don't know his real name, I just know him as Funky Daniva. He did a freaking amazing video, and go check that video. He covers all sides, the straight and everybody, and whether or not people have an opinion and all. He covers all sides of things. The reason why I'm doing this video is because I saw that John Nell posted something about this, and every time John Nell does something, it creates like this huge controversy, and everybody's all up in arms, or they're either for him or against him with whatever he posts. But anyways, I wanted to give my 2 cents about it because I feel that I can relate to Zaya in a way, and because I can relate, and because I've been a young child with thoughts in my mind, I feel like I can talk about it and how it works for those individuals that are out there spewing negative, ignorant opinions about said topic when they can't relate to Zaya's feelings or can't relate to anything at all. They just can't relate to anything at all. And so I feel like, how can you speak about something if you don't know anything about it? Like, how can you? Okay, so here's what everybody's all like crazy about. Gays want everybody to censor their opinion and all. No, that's not what I'm saying. And I'm a gay black man. I'm not saying your opinion should be censored. I'm saying that if you have an opinion, it should be based on something. And if it's based on your feelings, that's fine. But you wanting to tell me about how you feel you should be careful about that, because your feelings, whether negative or positive, could have an adverse effect on the person that you're speaking to. And so this is not a debate on whether or not people are able to talk about it. It's a debate on whether or not people should articulate their thought patterns or thought views about it in a negative and somewhat ignorant way. But I want to talk about this specifically. Can Zaya at 12 have those thoughts in her mind about feeling trapped in a different body? You damn right she can. She don't need to be 7 fucking teen to understand what the misplacement that she feels. Okay? When I was 5, 6, 7, I knew that I liked boys. When I was 5, 6, 7, I knew that I wanted to entertain boys physically. When I was 5, 6, 7, I knew that girls were just not it for me. This is my story. This is not every gay man's story. This is not everybody's story. This is my story, okay? Vividly, I remember taking Lewis back to my room and trying to do some things with him. And I was a kid. I was young. Very, very young. Okay? And also at a young age, I wanted to play with Barbie dolls. And I liked my mom's high heel shoes. And I liked having long hair. And, I liked being fierce, like a chick would be fierce on TV. I liked all of those things. But also being young, being black, and living in the projects, I couldn't entertain any of that because I lived in a culture and in a world that would never allow me to entertain any of that. Why? Because I was too young. Okay? And what did that do to me? That it forced me. I was wanting to drive in the left lane, and everybody in the world, my mom, my cousins, black community, the world as a whole was telling me to drive in the right lane because that was the right lane. And it had an adverse effect on me growing up as a child. I felt like I was misplaced. I felt like I was wrong. I felt like I was incorrect. I felt like the things that I wanted to play with, I couldn't play with. I felt misplaced. Misplaced in my own home, or a place that I'm supposed to be able to call home. Misplaced in the view of my mom's eyes. Misplaced in the view of my friends and my community's eyes. Misplaced as a young child. that does damage to the young brain. It does. Okay. And so because I was feeling misplaced in my own home, just because I was gay and just because I wanted to be free and be able to freely express myself, whether it's me wearing heels or not, I was forced to go down the masculine route. And now you have this person in front of your camera right now. Do I love Wilbur Wesley Henderson today? I do. I feel like I've gone through a lot because of my childhood. I wouldn't necessarily say it was for the best either. Because of how I was handled as a young child, I ran away. I didn't like being home because I couldn't be me. I didn't like my community because I couldn't be me. I couldn't express myself the way that I felt that I wanted to express myself. And then throughout school, I was very sheltered and very I didn't want to play freaking basketball and football and baseball. I didn't want to play that shit. Luckily art existed and I was able to draw, and it was okay to draw. Guys can draw. So that was great, but that was my only outlet. And it was horrible. I couldn't date guys. I didn't want to fucking date no women. You know what I'm saying? So for a long time, I felt like I was misplaced. And because of that, I ran away. When I discovered that money was a way to get your own place, at 17 and 18, I was working 3 jobs, got my own place, moved out my mom's house. My mother couldn't tell me shit at all. But that didn't stop because I still felt misplaced. I ended up moving out of Connecticut, 20 going on 21, moved in with a man that was my first love, okay? Still felt misplaced. And, trauma, following me along. It was very difficult. That woman out there, talk about, she needs to seek counseling and that's horrible. That's horrible. That's a horrible thought process. That's a horrible thought process. Because when you tell a young child that they need to seek counseling because they're wrong, that's horrible. What is wrong with people? I don't understand. A man can't tell a woman what to do with their body. All women are all up in arms about that. Oh, I know what it's like to be pregnant. I don't know a damn thing what it's like to be pregnant. I was watching Eva on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and she's going through all these emotions. I'm like, child, get up and go to the hospital. I don't know what it's like to be pregnant. I can't talk about it. Everybody out there that's talking about poor little Zaya, they don't know what it feels like to be trapped in another body. And that's, speaking of the trans community, y'all don't know what that feels like. So you can't tell someone how to pursue their life if you don't have any fucking idea what's going on with them. You just don't. You can't. You can, and people are, but it's based and rooted in ignorance because you just can't. How can you tell someone how to do something if you don't know what it entails? I don't understand that concept. White people can't talk about what black people go through in life. Straight people can't talk about what gay people go through in life. People that can't get pregnant can't tell what women go through. You just can't. You can't. You can, but it's rooted in ignorance because you have no fucking idea. No fucking idea. And all that black woman that was in that car spewing all that negative hatred to Zaya, let a white person come and spew all that negative hatred to a black person. Let's see her tune change. Let's see her tune change. And then, of course, it'll be, well, you can't change being black, but you can change. Ignorance. Because I'm telling you right now, there is no way on God's green earth that I can turn my gay off. Just like I can't turn my black off, I can't turn my gay off. And then what is gay? Gay is not the sex act. And people are, I can stop having sex with me. That's not gay, boo-boo. That's not gay, boo-boo. That's not gay. You're led to believe that that's gay because the world has already fucked your brain up, boo-boo. Okay? And it's conditioned me a lot too. But I know that at least. So again, the topic is not whether or not you can have an opinion on it. The topic is about whether or not you should spew hatred or a base level ignorance towards something you know nothing about. And you shouldn't, because you could fuck with people's brains. Mine was fucked up. Again, I love who I am today, but still, I'd probably be sassy in a pair of heels. But it is what it is. Leave your thoughts below. Let me know what you think. I'm getting on 10 minutes. Gotta stop by.